think your little dinosaur would like this place? Oh, probably.
Who?
My little dinosaur. Sunshine.
Oh.
So what I'm gonna try to do is I'm gonna try just I got a good amount of weight, and I'm gonna try to jig underneath this dock a little bit to see if there's anything around. We got a tangle too. So what I ended up doing is, like, when I was explaining how to put the split shots on, I added a ½ ounce weight. So the water's really choppy. So I'll keep it right on the bottom. This is my bait. Just a worm, a little bit of a tail. Now this tail is what you want. This is how you'll be able to tell if you get some bites. Usually they'll hit the tail if they don't take the whole thing. What are you fishing for? Today we're going for the steelhead.
Or anything.
Or anything, yeah. Preferably steelhead. Like, if you guys look over here, where are they at? Here, I'll just spin it. Be easier. Got some guys fishing over here. Fly fishing and waders. So when we got here, there's a guy fishing on this pier with a fly fishing rod. We're going for the steelhead. This is where the steelhead and the salmon and stuff start swimming upstream into where we'll be fishing later. This is where they come from. So we're gonna give it our best attempt here. So I'll be doing some bottom fishing.
Thanks for sticking around, John, through the tech interview.
Yeah, thanks for sticking around through the tech issues. We do appreciate that. It's tough sometimes doing these IRL streams. You get out in the sticks and in the country, and then you start losing service. But golly, is it beautiful. I don't know, if I see those guys pull something in with some fishing out there like that, we might be getting dressed and just fishing here. Last time we were here, we saw a huge bald eagle. It was really cool. I'm gonna get a fisheye for my camera too, that way we can get a wider angle.
Like, even if we don't catch anything, this is so peaceful.
How does it sound downstream? Is it peaceful, the water, or is it loud? It's not really windy today, which is nice. So last time we were trying to do one of these streams like this, it was really windy and it was hard to hear. Swung up on the bottom, thought I had a hit.
I do think I had a bite.
Oh, looks like I did have a bite. I have right there you can see something hit it. It's nice sound of the waves. Perfect, good. You said the other day when you were watching that you liked just kind of having us on a second tab or whatever. That's half the nice thing about fishing and stuff, is how peaceful it can be. Got some important news to tell Stream 2. We got front page in the paper with Cast and Reel with the whole write-up. It's really nice. Basically what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put my foot on my reel. I got a nice tight line headed that way. If I get any action, the tip of my rod should move. I'll be able to sit here and talk with you guys a little bit. But actually what I could do is just do this, so y'all can enjoy the view until we can get a fish. Nice, peaceful. So later when we go fishing for, ooh, smell funky. Later when we go fishing for steelhead, I'll show you some of the baits that we'll be using when we're doing the river fishing. People were asking yesterday, so we got these. These are little eggs. Throw a couple of them on your hook. Those are pretty nice. Then we have artificial egg sacs. This one's got a little tail on them. We got the pink ones. We got smaller orange ones with tails, smooth head ones. Some yellows that I picked up today. Those are nice. First one looks eatable. Yeah, I know. That's because it's the real deal stuff. These are all synthetics. So it's made out of like a gummy material. A real egg sac, if you were to squeeze it, it would just pop. They do make, they're like this, but they come in like a very small net type thing that will hold them all. And then you'll put that on your hook as well. We'll be using some of this stuff later. Hopefully, you know, those guys are gonna be hungry and they're gonna want to eat off some of this stuff. And then we're gonna try some of this stuff here too. Rest I would just avoid. Let me push the first one. I would just avoid. Yep. We'll probably start with that. Like that's what we're doing here first is live. Like live, fresh. It's what's that guy doing? Maybe he's putting in a pole holder.
Maybe.
Yeah, we always try the fresh stuff first, and then sometimes the fish just aren't interested in it. Could be because it's so warm out, the water temperature's up a little bit, so they're not as aggressive. So that really all this other stuff is just like you want to have a better variety of what you're able to use. So that's the brand right there. Pretty nice. So yeah, Sack Attack. Some anglers prefer Atlas Sack Attack plastic cluster eggs over the real thing. Perfect when drift fishing, which that's what we're going to be doing later. And you want to use these for drift fishing because a lot of times what we're going to be doing is the water's going to be running a certain direction and we're going to have to walk out in waders. And then after a little while, what you do is I had to buy these. So the way this works is your line will run through your bobber. And with the drift fishing, what you're gonna do is you're gonna cast upstream and you're gonna follow your setup down the river. When you're coming across the river and down the river, that's when you're gonna be able to, you know, pick off those fish that are hiding under rocks or in the bottom of the water. glide bait will work, but the only problem is you'll have to put it on a lot versus one of those egg sacs that can bounce into the rocks in the water and you don't have to worry about it as much. God, it's beautiful out today. You could not ask for a better day, chat. Could not ask for a better day. Yeah, I might try some of this stuff here too, just to see. You never know. In Europe, we like carp fishing mostly. Yeah, the new pole I bought today would be great for that. It's a big game heavy duty. It's a Berkeley. It's really nice. Bought it this morning just because of what we're doing. If you hook something real big and you end up breaking something, I didn't want to have to run back to Plasky where the service is kind of spotty and have the stream keep cutting in and out. We're not getting any action on this live bait with the worm. So we're gonna try to throw some of them eggs on there and see if maybe them floating around will get a little bit more attention. So what I do, I'll show you this quick. That's what we were talking about with these. What I'm gonna do is very carefully, they're slippery too. Very carefully try to slide it up, on, and try to lock it up here where it's tied up so it doesn't slide around as much. And the next one, that one's fine if we lose it or it slides around. Usually I do 2 or 3 of them like that. I'm gonna do 2 first. So we're gonna try that. How deep is this lake? Can you give me that? Can you Google that for me? Lake Ontario, I do not know off the top of my head. This is actually the first time I've ever fished here. We scoped it out in salmon season and we really wanted to fish, but it was so cold then. Well, Lake Delta, the lake that we were exploring earlier, like last week or whatever, the max depth there was like 40 foot. And where we, that was man-made. This is not. The max depth here is 800 feet. Which would be 800, 3, 2, like 230, 240 meters, I think.
244 meters.
244 meters.
And that's measured at low water.
And that's, yeah, low water. And the water right now is pretty high. So it's really, really deep. Actually, if you look, you can't even see land, like on the horizon line. The only land you can see is over there by the nuclear power plant, and then the land cuts this way. But from that point over there, I'm gonna spin you guys around so I can see what I'm doing. Loosen my tripod. So here, I'll show you. So over there by Mackenzie, you could barely see that little smokestack. And then from there all the way, basically to over there is the next place you can see land. So all this